We live in a consumer driven society focused on the American dream, but what exactly is the American dream? Working a 9 to 5 job 5 days a week to provide for yourself and your family? Because that's what the majority of Americans today are doing. And it just kind of leaves me asking, are most people working and living their lives off of their own passions and dreams or somebody else's? Sophia Amoruso actually created a multi-million dollar company based on her passion. She found what she loved, and with that, she was able to pave the pathway to success. It was really her passion and ambition that enabled her to stand at the point she stands at today. At the age of 22, she started an online store through eBay by the name of Nasty Gal. Her first item sold was actually a stolen book. So a little bit about Sophia. She was always sort of a self-proclaimed outsider. She never really fit in, and she liked it that way. She didn't really want to live up to society's norms or societal standards. She kind of liked doing her own thing. So after she was diagnosed with ADD and depression in high school, she actually switched to homeschooling, and she attempted college, but she ended up dropping out as well. And after dropping out of college, she was sort of living a life that wasn't going to lead to her success. She was hitchhiking along the West Coast, which was probably actually really awesome, but she was hitchhiking, and along that she picked up some really bad lifestyle habits, and she began stealing and dumpster diving just to make ends meet. And she was actually caught stealing a George Foreman grill, and that was kind of the end to all that. She ended up re-entering society, and she was working a dead-end job at a shoe store, and she actually developed a hernia that she kind of joked about, but then it became so severe that she had to seek medical attention. So she ended up getting a job that would provide her with health care, and that was being a security guard or at the security desk at an art school. And so pretty much all Sophia had on her hands was time, and it was 2006 at this time, so the big thing was MySpace. And Sophia actually used her obsession to her advantage. She loved MySpace, and the fact that she was always on it, she also realized that there were multiple retail stores friend requesting her and girls similar to her, and that was really just the target market at the time. So Sophia actually decided to utilize her abilities. She knew that she had a knack for vintage. She loved it. She had a knack for photography. She had cute friends that she could have model for her. And she was like, well, what the heck? I'm not really doing anything else right now. Why not aim for this? So she bought the book Starting an eBay Store for Dummies, and that's just sort of how Nasty Gal was born. She was running it out of a old pool house, and she, like I said before, her first item sold was actually a stolen book. But then she would go to vintage stores all over the place to find items that she could fix up and sell on her eBay site. And she really studied her inventory, and what made her successful was the dedication she put into her work. She knew the angles that provided the best search results whenever, or the best viewer results in the end. And she just really dedicated her time into finding what would make her business the best it could be. And her business ended up expanding quicker than she could have ever imagined. By 2008, in 2008, her business was grossing about $223,023, and by 2011, that number became 23 million. So her business was growing faster than she even knew it was capable of. But she was just kind of thrown into this world that she was really unfamiliar with, and she kind of learned to fake it until she made it. The girl that was once dumpster diving was now meeting with investors and managing 350 employees. And might I add that she claims to be making over $100,000 just during her lunch hour, which is extremely, I can't even fathom that number during 1 hour of my day. But she really she motivates me but Sophia Amoruso, she just kind of turned her passion into her life's work, and that's a big motivator for me. She started at point zero and built her entire empire by taking risk and being completely invested and confident in her own work. She kind of built upon her uniqueness and individuality rather than living up to someone else's expectations. And that is super important to me. I think that if we focus on what we love and growing as an individual and dedicate ourselves to our passions, we can make ourselves successful from that. And that's exactly why Sophia Amoruso is a role model for me.